I have heard an awful lot of negative speak about London, Ontario in the last 6 months. Talks about our politics and other issues, and this is what really triggered me to create this. So why would I leave Markham? My friends and my family are there, multiple corporations with tons of jobs, multiculturalism, theaters, restaurants, lots of great things about being there. My son Alex, 19 years old, I thought he was moving to London, Ontario to go to Fanshawe College. He decided to one-up me, and he's moving to Halifax in September to go to Dalhousie University. So I'm really proud of him, and it's wonderful, but I miss him. My best friend is in Toronto. We used to go dancing 2 or 3 times a month, had a great time. I haven't found that person in London yet to do that kind of thing with. So I miss, my friends and getting out and enjoying my time with folks. My stepdad is my rock, and he is in the Markham area, and I miss him a lot. So I don't get to see him very often anymore, but it's, a good relationship and someone that I didn't really want to leave. So Markham versus London, the population of Markham is 302,000 compared to London at 366, so about the same size. Markham is Canada's high-tech capital. London is the forest city. The multiculturalism in Markham has overtaken society, so 65% of Markham residents in 2006 were Asian or Chinese, and that has changed things quite dramatically. So there are positives and negatives. Positives, we learned a lot about culture and a lot of wonderful things, and I have all the respect in the world for all of the other cultures. Some of the more negative things on that, schools, my daughter was literally one of 3 students in her high school that was Caucasian, and that made it very difficult for her. So she was never included in outside events, never really involved in outside community things. They're very family-oriented. This is rush hour reality in Markham, and this is rush hour in London. So the traffic, you complain about traffic. I hear people complain about traffic in London. You have no idea. Unless you've lived in Toronto, you really don't have any idea. So this is about the worst of it. In Markham, you always planned double your time to get anywhere. In London, I'm adjusting to not planning double my time to get anywhere. So that's a very big adjustment. I get places half an hour, 45 minutes early on average here. Even with construction delays, my commute doesn't grow more than 10 minutes. So in Toronto, that same thing would have doubled or tripled my time. Biggest obstacle in London is your trains. That absolutely stops traffic. Yes, that is the sitting traffic I'm used to in Toronto, but that's really the only place I see it in London. In Markham, we lived in a 2-bedroom basement apartment for $1,100 a month. In London, I'm in a 3-bedroom townhouse for $950 a month. So financially, relatively big difference. Established neighborhoods compared to a lot of new trees and small lots because of houses being jammed together in Toronto. Twitter was my best friend when I moved to London. I didn't really use it prior to moving to London. I used it to check news and check on celebrities. Once I got here, I found London, Ontario hashtag, and there are a lot of people in this room that I know I follow, and it has truly opened me up and allowed me to find some great people. Since I got here, I've won contests for JLC concerts, Stratford, and I ran the Jamie Oliver Food Revolution in May with the thanks to a lot of wonderful volunteers. So I love London because of the sense of community. Trees, trees, and more trees. I know I can make a difference in London. Lack of traffic jams. Why you should love London? If you haven't lived anywhere else, trust me, the issues that you have here happen everywhere else. Companies close and lay off people all over Ontario. That's not new to London. So those are the types of things I want you to remember. So the differences that I'm going to be making in London are Jamie Oliver Food Revolution. I'm the team leader now for London, Ontario. I'll be hosting quarterly events targeting parents, young adults, and children. And Ignite, I actually want to take it to another level and create Ignite Health so that we have 5-minute talks that are all about improving your health. So that's how you can contact me, and thank you for your time.